No.
Hello, everybody. Zero interest.
Hello.
How's it going?
We're back
Jason.
again.
He's zero.
Yeah.
There we go.
With RWBY Volume 2, Chapter 4, Painting the Town. Now, this episode opens on Penny. Again. She's like, yeah, I'm not a real girl. And Ruby's like, yeah, it doesn't matter. And Penny's like, what? Wait, what? That's not a normal response.
You're taking this really well.
You think just because you've got nuts and bolts instead of squishy guts makes you any less real than me? I don't... You're taking this extraordinarily well.
and Penny and Ruby's like, yeah, you're my friend still. And Penny's like, oh, yay! And is hugging her and is adorable. And it's like, yeah, well, you should meet my father. You'll like him. And a robot...
that Ruby sort of taps her on the chest and says, you've still got a heart, and there's a dunk of metal. That's a nice touch.
But basically, it's like, I need to save the world one day. But there's not a war going on. Strange. That's not what I heard. But that's foreshadowing if I ever heard it. So then, you know, Penny does what everybody does with their waifus and throws them in the trash.
Check down here.
You have to hide. Go, Penny! Go! What are you doing? You don't have to go with them! I can help you! It's okay, Ruby. They're not bad people. I just don't want you to get in trouble.
Throws Ruby in the trash, to be more specific. And it's like, stay here. I'll talk to the guards. And she does, and she lies, and she hiccups. And she goes away, and everything's fixed. Then a mouse appears in the trash, and Ruby freaks out a little bit. Moving on, we see Yang and Neptune arrive at a very familiar club.
Yes, very familiar. I'm sure Zero is very familiar with this club. You can't actually see me making sidelong glances when my glasses are reflecting the monitor. But still, you know. Yeah.
It's a club from her trailer, Yang's trailer, I believe.
Yep. Basically, the story of that, for those that didn't watch it for whatever odd reason. In fairness, the voice acting in it was terrible. But she went into the club, sort of browbeat the bearded guy who was named Junior, by the way. Who's he?
Junior? The guy who... He runs the club, he has a beard, and he's called Junior. And now I have to guess who he is, because he's actually a person.
He's related to Yang in some way.
Oh, he's the baby bear!
His name is Heijun, which I believe is bear. Some kind of bear in Chinese.
He's the baby bear! Goldilocks' friend. Oh, that's real cute. I like that.
Yeah, so she browbeats him into... Well, she tries to browbeat him into giving her information on a person who she has a picture of, and he's basically like, I don't know. And then she beats up everyone in his club, all of his employees, for not giving her information that he doesn't have. Not one of the brightest character moments, but that's basically...
And then she comes back to him, and then she wants more information, and he gives her barely anything other than, yeah, Roman hired some of my dudes, but he wasn't really satisfied because my dudes suck.
I already told you everything. Torchwick hired my boys, and I guess he wasn't happy with them. Which is something I can relate to. I'm not really liking it.
Yeah, and they never came back. These are the guys from the first episode of the show who were robbing the dust shop.
Yeah. So there's a reason why you don't see them really anymore.
Yeah, they got arrested.
Yeah.
They didn't get on the airship, so they got arrested.
The rest of them are back at the club. It's not like Roman has a lot of them, but he does have Beast Boys. Moving on, we go to Sun and Blake, who are going in to look at with the Beast Boys, with them Beastie Boys,
infiltrating not a Faunus rally, a White Fang rally, which are two different things.
Mm-hmm. And Roman shows up, and he has
skipping ahead a bit.
Okay.
You got Blake exposits why they wear masks, the Grim masks, because people wanted to make us monsters, so we took the faces of monsters. So I was like, that's pretty dark.
It's also pretty good. I like that. Makes sense.
Yeah.
It's kind of if you're going to call me a monster, then I'll just be one. How about that? Huh,
yeah,
Baka.
That's... Yeah, not exactly how you win genuine respect,
but that's the plan that came up with.
Yeah.
That the leader did.
It wasn't the leader. It's implied that it was Adam that started that trend, and that it is a trend and not actually official policy.
So they go in with the new recruits, and there's a big rally, and it's like, hey, everybody, we got a friend here. Here he is, and it's Roman, and they're like, oh no, it's a human.
Thank you. Please hold your applause.
What's a human doing here?
Oh no, we don't like no humans. And Roman's like, yeah, screw humans. I don't like them either. Let me tell you about why they're so terrible and why you shouldn't trust me. Anyways, you should trust me because we both hate humans.
Yeah, convincing argument, apparently. Also, I love the lighting on you right now.
Thank you.
Stripey.
And so he unveils his thing. It's the robot that we saw in the other episode. Hey, guess what? We stole some before they went out in production.
Oh, that's a big robot.
And boy, are these going to be cool. And I was like, oh man, that robot looks, yeah, I like a good robot. I like myself a good mech.
I was going to say, technically not a robot, it is a mech. It has to be piloted.
I like a good mech. And so, Blanc and Blake, sorry,
Blanc.
I'm thinking, I know so many characters that start with a B. Blanc is from Neptunia. Gosh, she's the Nintendo girl, the girl that's based off the Nintendo franchise. She is great. Blake and Sun are like, okay, we're stuck with the new recruits. We need a way out of here.
Yeah, we need to leave, and then all of the new recruits start getting pushed forward.
Yeah,
like,
but before that comes to fruition, we just go back to. Well, we very briefly went back to Yang getting nothing from Baby Bear. And then we go back and, okay, lights go out. I shoot the light thing. The lights go out. And then I heard a bunch of noises, like screaming and moving. And then I heard the mech powering up. And I was like, kind of was my reaction.
He was.
And then... and then they're running out, and they jump out, and then I'm like, wait more, and the mech comes out, and it's running out like
Kool-Aid style.
Oh no! And then the mech proceeds to chase them, and it's really good, and it's really well done, and they call for help, and help comes, and they're still running, and then they get onto a road, and then he's throwing cars into the air, and Yang's chasing them on a motorcycle, and it's good. It is a good action scene, and really just well done. We see Neptune's weapon, which is a gun that turns into a sort of like like a naginata type thing.
A naginata or a glaive or something in the pole-arm variety, yes.
Yeah, I assume it also has like a full. Gosh, what's the name? The the weapon with the 3 spikes.
Trident.
Trident. I expect there's a trident form at some point. With him being Neptune.
I can't quite remember. You do see his weapon again in a future episode, and I don't remember whether it was a trident or not.
So Vice is like, okay, I got this. So she freezes the ground. Robot slips off onto the side, and then boom, he's right there with RWBY, and now the whole gang.
To be clear.
Yeah, Team RWBY. Yeah. And the whole team is back together again, and we're going to take him down. And during this, we see... I like the effect of Rowan when he's in the robot. It reminds me of Tony Stark in Iron Man suit.
Yeah, all dark and shadowy, but with like blinking lights and the reflections of screens and shadows and stuff. It was cool.
Yeah. And so they're fighting him, and it's like, we got to use our combo moves. Which are apparently ship names.
Yep.
So,
So,
interestingly enough,
serves in order, it's Freezer Burn, which is Yang and Weiss, which is Weiss lays down a sheet of ice and Yang burning fist down into it, so it creates a cloud of steam.
Yeah. And then there's the one that comes later, which is Freeze Flower or something.
Ice Flower.
Ice Flower, yeah.
Yeah, which was...
create a glyph in front of Ruby's gun and have her shoot the ice at people.
Yeah. It's basically dust-empowered bullets, only without actually having to use ice dust. So.
And the cool thing is, like, you have to realize Vice is really actually, I guess, central to the team in terms of support. Because those glyphs help everyone out in that fight.
They are so versatile. It's kind of ridiculous. If you had to put power levels on the team and rank them in order, it would probably be Yang at the top, because it is really difficult to beat her. What with the Saiyan coming back stronger thing.
Yeah.
It sucks. Then it'd be Weiss for the versatility. Then it'd probably be RWBY. Then it'd be Blake.
And I mean, with planning, I'm pretty sure Vice could probably take down Yang.
Possibly.
I think that, like, it's not like 100% Yang is stronger. I feel like Vice would stand a chance.
I think Weiss in particular would have the most trouble with that fight. No, actually, Blake would have the most trouble with that fight because she is chip damage, and that is the worst way to fight Yang. But Weiss would not do great either because she doesn't have big hits either.
Well, if she were to just completely like freeze her solid or something, I don't know.
Yang uses fire in her weapon.
Yeah, but not if you're frozen solid, you can't really do anything. Like I think you're
forgetting all the times that she's, gone flame on mode. So
if you do it right, you can work.
Okay, if you say so. I just Yang is the strongest out of the team. Just hands
But
down.
when Vice does that weird clock glyph that I've never seen before, I'm like, how many other powers does she have?
I think they're based on the colors that she uses. So there's the white one, obviously, is ice in whatever form. There's the black one, which is, I believe, gravity. And she used that in the fight against the Nevermore, the giant raven.
Yeah.
Where she pulled RWBY back and held her there, and then kept using that glyph all the way up the cliffside so as she could run up it. There's a red one, which is fire, obviously, and I don't know what else, but it's based on like dust colors. So whatever types of dust she has, she could use a different glyph, I believe.
And that versatility is really scary in the proper hands. So
it is, and considering she has access to a dust mine, she has a lot of versatility at her hands.
Yeah. Her power is being rich.
Basically.
And knowing how to use that richness. And so, basically, this is one of the coolest fight scenes in the series so far. Where they're fighting the giant robot. And Yang gets hit, and then she goes Super Saiyan.
Yang gets hit, and then RWBY delivers some awkward exposition of, no, don't worry, even though she's very, very, very hurt, it's okay, because she will come back stronger. That is her power. That is what makes her special. It felt really awkward.
Oh, yeah, it is. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, whatever. Okay. I get it. And so Yang's like, I'm just going to punch you with 2 punches and take you out, basically.
Yeah, she rips one of the arms off with 1 hit.
I want to see Yang in an extended fight in that mode, rather than something so short.
That, I don't think that's happened, because a lot of the fights have been cases where people know not to let her get in that mode.
That's smart.
Yeah, which is what I was saying with chip damage would be the worst thing possible, so you want 1 big hit that would just take her out immediately.
And I'm not sure who exactly could do that.
Theoretically, if Cotton was a better fighter, he would probably be able to. His thing is strength and 1 big hit. There are other characters that could do it, but we don't see them very much.
I mean, Nora maybe.
Yeah, Nora could probably do it.
I feel like if Pyrrha used her magnetism, she could Magneto the heck out of Yang. I'm not sure if that would work, but it would be fun.
Next episode.
I see in the next episode there's a picture of Pyrrha, so okay. I don't know what that means. Guys, they're fighting. Roman gets knocked the heck out of his mech, and cute pink-haired and brown-haired girl shows up and saves him.
Ladies, Ice Queen.
Hey!
Always a pleasure. Neo, if you would.
Yes, she was also in a meeting previously.
With they get punched. Yeah, she's a waifu, and they get punched by Yang, but then they shatter, and it's like, oh no, they're over there now, and then Vice makes the most awful pun, and I love it. Vice is too precious. Because like she's trying to be, you can tell she's trying to be sociable and fun now. And it's not exactly working out.
She's trying to be sociable and fun, and she's also trying to emulate the others in how they're sociable and fun. So she's aping Yang's punning.
Yeah.
RWBY's hyperactivity sometimes. She's trying.
And yeah, again, she's like my favorite character right now. So I really like everything they do with Vice. It's done really well. And yeah, we end on, oh yeah, you know those 2 dudes, Sun and Neptune, they got
knocked off the highway rather early. So
yeah, they're just there eating noodles together
at a noodle restaurant called A Simple Walk, which is a reference that Rooster Teeth did a show called A Simple Walk into Mordor, where they actually walked from where Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit, The Shire was shot to Mount Doom. It was like 120 miles. And the voice actor for Neptune was on that show. So.
Oh, nice.
That's where the reference comes from.
But yeah, it was a good episode. Like, the music was 10 out of 10, as always. And the freaking fight, like, the only fight we've had that's really been big so far into the season was the food fight.
Which was pretty great.
It was pretty great, but I like this fight a lot because it's giant mech and teamwork, and, like, it actually, like, they do work together really well.
I still think I prefer the food fight just for the imagination behind it. Giant mech, fine, but we've seen it 1,000 times. The food fight was just magic.
Oh no, the food fight is easily, like, really, really up there. It's, I really do like the fight from the first season with the giant bird, but like the fights so far this season are just that much better. So I'm really liking it. No real problems. I think there was like one minor case of a bad line or something.
I'm going to assume
it didn't really.
Soldiers again.
Or like one of the gang stars. I don't know.
What?
The guys in the club. I don't know, but I remember pointing it out. But it's fine. If the main problem I have is just one badly spoken line, that's great. Or the awkward RWBY explanation of Yang.
Yeah, it was a little
Anyways.
rough. They've learned they need to do exposition more. They haven't figured out how to do it well yet.
Anyways, I want to see the next episode, so...
I think he's hinting that this to end so that we can do another one.
Yeah, I do. I see Pure in the thumbnail. Bye.